Cross-cultural connections in religious texts represent the shared narratives and themes found across various religious traditions, illustrating the universal human experience and highlighting the interwoven nature of cultural evolution. In the context of Bible stories appearing in other religions, this concept delves into how tales from the Judeo-Christian Bible have parallels in other spiritual doctrines, underscoring the interconnectedness of human belief systems throughout history. This point is significant because it showcases the common moral and ethical threads that bind different cultures and religions, promoting a sense of unity and understanding among diverse groups. Recognizing these shared stories fosters interfaith dialogue and pluralism, breaking down barriers of misunderstanding and prejudice. It encourages respect for diverse religious perspectives while also emphasizing the shared values and morals. For example, the biblical story of the Great Flood and Noah's Ark finds resonance in the Epic of Gilgamesh, an ancient Mesopotamian text, and in Hindu scriptures describing the legend of Manu. These parallels suggest a shared historical memory of catastrophic floods, possibly rooted in common ancestral experiences. Another example is the story of Jesus' miraculous birth and subsequent life events, which display similarities to narratives in Buddhism, particularly the life of Buddha, highlighting themes of miraculous birth, teaching, and a quest for enlightenment or salvation. Supporters of these insights argue that such commonalities reflect a collective subconscious or cultural exchange where fundamental human questions and experiences are universally explored. They suggest that these stories are metaphors that help societies express their deepest hopes, fears, and values. However, there are challenges and controversies associated with cross-cultural connections. Some scholars and religious adherents may argue that similarities dilute religious uniqueness or that parallels are coincidental rather than derived from shared origins. Others contend that such connections can lead to oversimplification, where unique aspects of a culture's narrative are ignored in favor of perceived similarities. This exploration of cross-cultural connections influences other aspects of the main topic by framing Bible stories not as isolated teachings, but as part of a broader tapestry of human storytelling. This perspective encourages further investigation into how religious stories have traveled across cultures and been adapted and reinterpreted over time. It invites reflection on the dynamic nature of religious beliefs and the mutual influence they have exerted on each other throughout history. Ultimately, this understanding promotes a worldview that appreciates the diversity and richness of global religious traditions while recognizing their shared human heritage. The concept of common biblical narratives across different religions refers to stories found in the Bible that also appear in other religious texts, illustrating shared themes, characters, and lessons across diverse faiths. This cross-cultural presence highlights the interconnectedness of world religions and how they have influenced each other over time. By examining these shared narratives, we gain insight into the universal values and ideas that have shaped religious and cultural traditions on a broader scale. This point is significant because it underscores the intertwined nature of religious histories and philosophies. Recognizing common narratives in Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and other world religions can foster a deeper understanding of shared human values, promoting interfaith dialogue and respect. For instance, the story of the Great Flood is a narrative present in both the Bible and the Quran. In the Bible, Noah builds an ark to save his family and animals from the flood. Similarly, in the Quran, Prophet Noah is instructed by God to build an ark. Another example is the figure of Moses, central to Judaism, as a prophet who leads the Israelites out of Egypt, but also recognized in Christianity and Islam, where he is acknowledged as a prophet who received the Torah. Supporters of this interconnected view argue that these shared stories provide a foundation for mutual respect and understanding among different faiths. This perspective can lead to productive interfaith dialogues, community building, and a broader appreciation of diverse cultural heritages. However, potential controversies arise when examining these narratives, particularly among religious purists who might argue that each religion's version of a story is unique and should not be equated with others. Different religious interpretations can lead to conflict about which narrative is original or correct. Despite these challenges, exploring common narratives provides invaluable insights into the profound human quest for meaning, morality, and spirituality. connecting to broader discussions about the evolution of religious thought and cultural exchange. By understanding these shared stories, we not only bridge gaps between disparate religious beliefs, but also enhance our awareness of how these narratives have influenced arts, ethics, and global civilizations. This connection enriches our exploration of cross-cultural connections, Bible stories, and other religions, offering a more comprehensive comprehension of the diverse interpretations and adaptations that exist within the global religious landscape. The heading "The Influence of Christianity on Other Religious Traditions" refers to the impact that Christian beliefs, narratives, and practices have had on various other religions over the centuries. This influence can manifest in shared stories, adapted rituals, or even theological concepts that intersect with existing religious frameworks. Understanding this influence is crucial when exploring cross-cultural connections, especially in the context of Bible stories appearing in other religious traditions. The significance of this point is vast, as it highlights the interconnectedness of world religions and underscores how religious traditions are not isolated, but have evolved through interactions and exchanges. Christianity, being one of the world's major religions, has had far-reaching effects, often acting as a conduit through which cultural and religious exchanges occur. For example, in Islam, Jesus is considered a prophet, and his story shares several similarities with the Christian narrative, although with theological differences. The Quran contains references to the Virgin Mary and the miracles of Jesus, illustrating how biblical stories have influenced Islamic narratives. Another example is found in the Rastafari movement, which, while distinctly different from mainstream Christianity, draws heavily from Christian texts in the Bible, interpreting them in a way that informs their beliefs and practices. Supporters of this idea argue that such influences enrich religious traditions, providing them with a broader theological and cultural context. They see this as evidence of shared moral and ethical teachings that transcend individual religions, promoting greater interfaith understanding and dialogue. However, there are challenges and controversies. Some religious communities argue that the influence of Christianity can lead to syncretism, which might dilute traditional beliefs. Others may see it as a form of cultural imperialism, where dominant religious narratives overshadow indigenous ones. This point connects to the broader examination of how biblical stories find expression in other religious contexts, illustrating a dynamic interplay between traditions. It can foster dialogue about the mutual influence between religions and how shared narratives can promote a deeper understanding of common human experiences, values, and spiritual quests. By examining these intersections, we gain insight into how religious traditions have been transformed and enriched through historical interactions, leading to a more united yet diverse spiritual tapestry across cultures. Shared stories between the Bible and the Quran highlight the deep-rooted connections and commonalities among the Abrahamic faiths of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. These texts, while originating from distinct religious traditions, often contain overlapping narratives, which serve as a testament to a shared spiritual heritage. The significance of this point to the topic of cross-cultural connections is profound, as it underscores the concept of a shared religious ancestry and promotes interfaith dialogue and understanding. By examining these shared stories, individuals are encouraged to focus on common values and ethics, fostering respect and cooperation among diverse religious communities. One notable example is the story of Joseph, or Yusuf, in the Quran. In both the Bible and the Quran, Joseph's tale emphasizes themes of patience, forgiveness, and divine providence. Despite their different accounts, the story's core message remains intact, illustrating shared moral teachings across these scriptures. Another example is the story of the prophet Moses, or Musa. Both texts recount his mission to free the Israelites from Egyptian bondage, highlighting his role as a divinely chosen leader. These examples demonstrate how shared narratives can serve as bridges of understanding between people of different faiths. Scholars and religious leaders often support the idea of exploring shared stories as a means of enhancing religious empathy and promoting peace. They argue that these connections offer pathways for constructive dialogue and cooperation, creating spaces for mutual respect in the recognition of common ethical teachings. However, challenges and controversies naturally arise with this concept. There are differing interpretations and narratives in the Bible and the Quran, which can lead to debates over theological correctness and doctrinal authority. Some adherents might view these similarities as a threat to the uniqueness of their religious identity or traditions, risking interreligious tension. Despite these challenges, the shared stories influence broader cross-cultural connections by encouraging a focus on shared human values and morals. By understanding these biblical narratives in the context of multiple religious traditions, individuals and communities can develop deeper insights into their own beliefs and those of others, fostering a spirit of coexistence and unity. This understanding can pave the way for interfaith collaborations, cultural exchanges, and dialogues that can transcend religious boundaries, promoting a more inclusive and harmonious world.